Leathur Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you some of my empties. I know it's been a good 3 or 4 months since the last time I had one, and this time I'm going to feature both the ones that I'm very happy with and I'm probably going to buy again, and the others that I've had my thrill and I'm not going to do it again. So I'm going to start with the ones I'm not too happy with. And now, I had a knockoff Clarisonic cleansing brush. I was really happy to not be spending $130 odd. This is by a company called Diane, and actually Diane by From, and it's a 5-in-1 beauty cleansing brush. And this operated on a AA battery or 2 AA batteries, and it was this brush head, and it came with a rotating brush and 4 other attachments. And the reason why I don't have the rotating brush to show you is because not only did the battery motor stop running even with new batteries in it, but the brush head itself started to disintegrate. And because if something doesn't run with the motor anymore, I'm perfectly happy with using something manually, but if the brush itself is disintegrating, then it becomes totally useless. So this came with a 6-month warranty. It lasted me about 2.5 years, so maybe I shouldn't complain. But still, I would have liked to have had more use of it, even as a manual brush. I could still, in theory, do something with these heads. This has ball bearings, and this is for massaging a cream or some kind of skincare into the skin. This has a sanding head, which can be used for manicures and pedicures. And it comes with 2 kinds of sponges. A softer sponge that's more porous, and a denser sponge that maybe could be used even to buff in foundation makeup or something. But I guess the caveat that you get what you pay for came through with this case. So if you see this at your local beauty supply, I would only get it if you don't mind something only lasting for a couple of years. This was pretty much a disappointment. Now, another thing that was a disappointment was the more I learn about skincare and things, I really try to avoid mineral oil. And unfortunately, mineral oil is the second ingredient in this personal care brand alpha hydroxy age-defying skin cream. This has water, stearic acid, mineral oil in it, and a bunch of other things, and it sinks right into the skin. The age-defying ingredients are too far low on the list to really be in concentrations that it would really do any good. But it's one of the few things that I'm actually getting rid of that I hardly ever use, just because of the mineral oil. Now, I really hate to have to do this, but I actually have a hair dye on my list of things that I'm really not thrilled with and that I'm not going to buy again. My last purple hair dye, the color that I just used is an all-over color, I was not too thrilled with. This is the BTZ Beyond the Zone Color Jams, and the color is called Purple Passion. And the reason why I'm not going to buy this again is because the color itself, when I soaked it on, and even though I soaked it in a good long time, it really did not last on my hair. And I've only shampooed it 2 or 3 times since I soaked the hair dye in, and you see more shades of different colors, even blue, which I would not have expected to find when only one color was used to go all over the head. So it did not give me the longevity that I expected from my purple dyes. So I'm not going to be buying it again. Now, I got a few makeup things that are made the list this time around. LA Colors has a mascara that is supposed to be its lengthening formula. And even when this mascara was brand new, it really never impressed me in any way. The brush didn't really deposit any color at all, and it was just an absolute disappointment. Another disappointment for me was the Maybelline Eye Studio gel eyeliner. This was a limited edition color. I'm trying to see if I can even read the label. Um, Something Forest. I believe Forest is one of the names. It's a very, 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 very dark metallic green. This was a limited edition holiday color. And even when I got it new, it didn't really smoothly load onto the brush. It didn't give me that seamless application that I expect from a gel pot eyeliner. And even with a variety of different makeup brushes I tried, it was a little too dried out. I was not impressed with the formulation. So I'm not going to be getting it again, even though it was on clearance, which is how I got it in the first place. Another thing that I'm not going to be getting again is this Natureplex version brand maximum strength acne treatment clear gel. I got this at the 99-cent store, and this has 0.5% salicylic acid. That is such a low formulation that I'm sure it's too low to be of any benefit. It was, in what's going in its favor, it was comfortable in its application, it was cooling, it was obviously more of a drying thing, so it felt really good on broken out parts of my skin. I definitely wouldn't get this around the eyes or the mouth because it's drying. But did it clear up my pimples? No, it did not. What actually is good if you find yourself with any kind of breakouts, I will recommend them, even though they're kind of on the pricey side. Paula's Choice, their acne fighting line, I recommend it. It cleared me up, and I haven't even had to get any more of that product. It just took care of my issues, and I have very oily skin. But Paula's Choice, that's who you want to go to if you have acne pimples and you want to get rid of them. Okay, something else that's on my list of things that I was disappointed in that I'm not going to purchase again. There are, you can buy 8 packages of 8 wipes. These are supposed to be baby wipes, pure water baby wipes, but I bought these thinking that I could use them to take makeup off. And they feel slippery on the skin, but as far as actually cleaning anything, they were very ineffective in picking up the makeup that was on my skin. I guess if you just want to refresh yourself, if you want to maybe wipe off underneath your armpits or something, they're good. But if you're expecting something to actually take your makeup off, they won't do it. Hi, Cassie. Cassie! Meow. Okay. Oh, so I got some fragrances that I'm not going to be getting again. This is from Victoria's Secret, from their Secret Garden line. Now, part of this label is missing now, so I can't even see the exact scent that it was. I know it's not Love Spell. I like Love Spell, but it's another one. It's another scent, and I can't read all the labels, so unfortunately, I know this isn't helping you any. But anyway, the one with the pink flower, I can't wear anymore. Oh, and have you ever had fragrances change on you, or maybe your body chemistry has changed through the years and fragrances don't smell anymore? Unfortunately, when I was younger, I used to wear Ralph Lauren's Lauren, and I guess my body chemistry must have really changed because it doesn't smell good on me anymore. So that's getting returned. Yeah, but Love Spell, this is good, and it's cheap too. This you can get at the Victoria's Secret. They have sales a couple times a year. You can get these scents in forms of the spray, like a spray cologne. You can get it in hand lotions. You used to be able to get them in hairspray and in shampoo and conditioner. I don't think that they make those anymore. But we used to have a Victoria's Secret where I live, but that's been closed down years now. But the funniest thing was I would go in there sometimes and ask the sales clerks where their garter belts were, and these kids were so young they did not know what a garter belt was. I mean, how can you work in a lingerie store and not know what garter belts are? I had to point to what I was wearing and show these kids. Scary, isn't it? Okay, something else on the list that I wasn't too impressed with. This is by Avon. It's a skin cream. It's their Dramatic Firming Cream. My problem with this cream was that it felt very drying. For a moisturizer, you don't expect it to feel drying, but it did. And I've been trying to use it up. As you can see, I only have a little bit left, and I guess I'm going to use it up by this week. Yes. Oh. And this, speaking of Paula's Choice, this is the very end of my Skin Perfecting 2% BHA liquid salicylic acid. I like her products, but they're just too overpriced, and they seem like they're getting up higher and higher. And I can't, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I might as well get dermatologist quality stuff, prescription strength stuff, like the retinol that I'm going to be getting. You know, I want something that works, and I want something that I can afford. Okay, here are the things that I am happy with that I am going to get again. First off, I love Noxzema. This is one of the things I love to wash my face with. As long as you don't get it in your eye, this feels really great. It's cooling, it's creamy, it lifts the dirt, it doesn't overly dry your skin, it doesn't strip your skin, but it gives it a clean, refreshing feeling. Now, I like the real Noxzema, and I also like its generic versions. In this generic version, my roommate just went to Walmart a couple days ago. She had a friend that had a car, gave her a ride. She got me two tubs of their generic version, Equate. It's 12-ounce jar, just like Noxzema's 12 ounce. And this is a case where the generic really is as good as the real thing, and about half the price. So if you like Noxzema and you're curious about those creams that are supposed to be like that, yes, they really are like that. Trust me, if you like the way Noxzema feels, you'll like the way the generic feels. Now, as far as cleansing wipes that actually work, this is one that does. Olay Fresh Effects. This has both a rough exfoliating textured side and it has a slippery side. This will take your makeup off, also even your waterproof makeup, even though I do still prefer to use an oil like my coconut oil to take my mascara, you know, my eye stuff off, then go at it with these cleansing cloths. I like to do them before I finally use a washcloth. That way I don't stain up my washcloth. These things really are cooling, and the ingredients lists are good. It has water, cocoa glucoside, decyl glucoside, citric acid, glycerin, decaprylyl ether, glycerol, oleate, sorbitol, benzyl alcohol, potassium sorbate, phenyloxymethanol, fragrance, whatever. But no, it feels good. Oh, it says it has honeysuckle and white tea essence in it too. But especially if your skin's on the oily side, these are good, and you don't need to rinse afterwards. So I have some sunscreens on my list that I was really happy with, and I'm sorry that they're gone now. L'Oreal Paris makes a spray sunblock called Sublime Sun. This is SPF 50. I'm finally now out. This is supposed to be a combination of sunscreen and skincare. This has white grapeseed extract, which is loaded with antioxidants. So something like this, it really feels good. It doesn't feel like your typical creamy, greasy sunblocks. And you can put this on top of your skincare and then put your makeup on it, and it doesn't feel greasy and gloppy and sticky. And plus, this goes and you can reach areas that you can't reach. So I really like it a lot. Now this is my everyday sunblock that I wear, especially in the wintertime, inside the house, or if I'm in the house all day. This is by No Ad, and this I got at the 99-cent store. This is that thick, greasy stuff, especially feels good in the wintertime when your skin tends to dry out a little bit more. But for the daytime, for around the house, when only the sun's getting at me through the windows, I like this, and I got this at the 99-cent store. So you can't beat that. I really like this sunblock a lot. This is another spray-on. This is by Neutrogena. This is the SPF 70 Beach Defense. And if you need a sunblock that you can apply by yourself, you can hit your back, between your shoulder blades. There's areas that they're impossible for you to reach yourself. You can spray this upside down. You can hit like your thighs underneath your skirt and stuff. So I like this. The only thing is spray on sunblocks if you're going to a music festival or something. You can't get past security with the spray on sunblocks because I believe they are flammable. So, oh yeah, and so do be aware of that. Don't you stand next to a grill or a cookout or something or somebody smoking if you're wet with the sunblock. Make sure it's dry first. Another sunblock that's on my list of empties that I definitely will get again. This is a Max Block sunscreen SPF 50, and this I got at Dollar Tree. So the price is definitely right. Of course, look at the difference in the size of the tubes. The SPF 30 is a much bigger tube, and I really would prefer the SPF 50 or the 70. The higher the better is really what I prefer. But sometimes you get what you get, and it's good to have a repertoire of sunscreen formulations for the different conditions you're going to be in. Now here's another skincare that I'm really sad to see go. Again, this is from Paula's Choice. This is a 1% clinical retinol. I'm going to be getting my Retin-A, my prescription Retin-A very soon. I have been using the strongest retinols that I can find until I can get my real Retin-A. And I'm finally down to the absolute dregs of this. I have tried to dig out all that I could. And of course, once the air gets to it, it's no good anyway. The only problem I have with Paula's Choice is they are overpriced for the quality, unfortunately. They are just, I can't afford them anymore. Here's a fragrance that I like and I'm sorry to see go. This is called Waikiki Beach Coconut, and this is from Bath and Body Works. And I can definitely smell the lime, and I can definitely smell the coconut. Something else that's in my definite want to repurchase. This is a setting powder from L'Oreal Paris. It's called Translucide. It says naturally luminous powder with vitamin C. And it's so used up, it's really empty. But this is good for setting your concealer under your eyes. And it's also good for baking. It actually makes the area appear to be waterproof, and it helps it to not smear toward the end of the night if you're willing to take that extra step. Something else that I definitely want to get again. This is actually a portable hand sanitizer, and this is from Bath and Body Works, or Bed Bath and Beyond. Bed Bath and Beyond. But this is actually like a combination of antibacterial cleansing gel and cologne. This is a scent Midnight Pomegranate. I wish you could smell this. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get it again. And here's an eye cream from Yves Rocher that I like a lot. It's called Inositol. And the thing I like about it is it actually has a color to it. It's got a pale pink iridescence. And the thing with iridescent things is these little particles are supposed to make the light bounce off, and it's supposed to fill in the appearance of imperfections like fine lines and wrinkles. Supposedly, these sparkly, tiny little sparkly components make it so that you don't notice the lines and wrinkles. I don't know if I believe that. Okay. Oh, one more in my sunblock thing. This is an SPF 15. This is a generic of the Aveeno Positively Radiant, but this I got at the 99-cent store a couple of years ago, and this was my wintertime, daytime facial sunblock because I figured this would be less pore clogging than the SPF 30 because it was thinner. I don't know if this is more suitable to facial skin than maybe those thick creams. But as you can see, I'm at the very last of it. But I do like the feel of that. It is lighter than those thick, heavy creams. But you can't be without your sunblock. That's just a non-negotiable. So I'm definitely going to be re-upping on my sunblock. And as luck will have it, I'm going to be going to Dollar Tree tomorrow, so I'll show you what I find. Okay, if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, why don't you subscribe? And when you do, hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I make my next upload. I upload new content 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for your viewing pleasure. Love to have you along, join the adventures. Talk to you soon. Bye.